So this could be an interesting fight, Stevie. Shadey Souied obviously coming off that disappointing shock stoppage loss to Andy Wallace last time out on the Jake Ellis show. He's looking for retribution. He's adamant that he's going to come out and look brilliant tonight and really put his career on the right path. And as we've said before, he's always promised a lot. Hasn't always delivered the way we thought he could or would. So expecting big things from Shady tonight.
Yeah, look, Shady's an interesting character to say the least. Look, we covered that last fight with Andy Wallace. Look, it was a shock stoppage. It was a very harsh stoppage. He did get deducted a point in that last round for holding, so he did seem a bit desperate at the time. But I'd imagine Shady to be a bit small, a bit too sharp and too strong for Ty Gilchrist here. You know, the last time we seen Ty was against Tim Hunt, and, you know, Ty's at a bit of a crossroads. And when you come into a fight and you don't know whether you're coming or whether you're going, and if your mind's not 100% on the job at hand, I think it's very hard to get the job done. And
yeah, exactly right. So, you know, Ty Gilchrist, he's tough, he's proud. He had a lot of tent fights and a lot of league fights back in Mount Isa. And interestingly enough, he got into boxing because of a couple of severe king hits at parties when he was a younger guy. So he thought he might learn to defend himself and protect himself a little bit better. So he's tough, he's proud. He's tough, he's proud. He had a lot of tent fights and a lot of league fights back in Mount Isa. And interestingly enough, he got into boxing because of a couple of severe king hits at parties when he was a younger guy. So he thought he might learn to defend himself and protect himself a little bit better. So he's tough, he's proud. But as you said, the last thing a boxer needs is an iffy or so-and-so mindset. But Shady just feeling out here. Hasn't really done a lot so far in the first 30 seconds or so. But he's a very calm character. Whether the 4 rounds suit his style or not remains to be seen.
yeah, he's had a few wars in his time. Of course, he fought Terry Ziramanis twice. You know, he lost to Terry for the Vic title that Terry held for a very long time.
Yeah, Terry being a very durable young man, you know, had a lot of fights, very strong. So there's no shame or no damage in losing to him. But very, very apprehensive here as he tries to land a counter right hand. Souied. Gilchrist a couple of pitter-patter punches as they clench in the neutral corner. Ella McCall steps in, breaks them up.
So it's Shadey Souied, right? Because I was calling him Saeed for the last I don't know how long.
Definitely Souied. Just think of Elvis, blue suede shoes.
All right. Apologise, Shady. I got that one wrong last time.
You're not the only one. Shady just popping out a couple of jabs, feeling ties Gilchrist as he bores him back to the ropes.
And a good local show on here tonight, Sam. And as I was saying to David Cannon earlier, you know, he's really given Jake Ellis, he's really just given the up-and-comers a good chance to shine under the lights of the pavilion. You know, and you know what I love about it? You look around the crowd and it's just the who's who of Melbourne boxing is here, and that's what I like to see. You look around and you see more familiar faces than strange. And it just creates a great atmosphere here at the pavilion.
Yeah, exactly right. It's a throwback to the old days with the fight fan culture as Souied laid a good counter right hand there. Now, credit to Jake Ellis and the team, Sharon, all the boys. You know, they've taken it back to when their family started out in boxing and put on good, even local domestic fights. So, on paper, there aren't too many mismatches tonight, guys, and as far as I've heard and as far as I know, it's panning out the same way. Another even first round there. How'd you see that one, Steve?
Yeah, look, tighten up. You're going to give it to Shady for the sharper work. You know, Ty just get in there and he's moving, he's jabbing, he's getting his jab out. But you know, Shady just that small bit smarter, bit more sharper with his work, I think, in that first round, Sammy.
Yeah, exactly. Look, close round. You know, as you said, do you reward effort and someone who's pushing the fight with Gilchrist, or do you reward the cleaner, crisper punches of Souied? So, but I'd like to see Shady step up a little bit this round. It's only 4 rounds, not a long time, and the pace is different to a title fight, to an 8-10 rounder. You know, you've really got to let your hands go and fight at a busier pace than usual. And if that means taking yourself out of your comfort zone and working that little bit harder, so be it.
Well, exactly that. And look, we have to remember he's trained for an 8-round fight, so there's got to be plenty in the tank there for him to lift it up. You know, and as we see Michael Zarafa in the red corner there too. Michael is coming along nicely.
A little bit of drama there. Forgot to put the mouth guard back in. And that's okay. Start of round 2 here, sixth fight of the evening.
Yeah, Michael just climbing the ranks. They must definitely go up there, one of the top middleweights in the country at the moment.
Yeah, very much so. And, you know, you and I both have big raps on Michael. I still think there's a lot of unfulfilled potential, but he's still a young guy. Came off an impressive win a couple of weeks ago at Melbourne Park Function Centre. So, you know, bigger, brighter future ahead for Michael, we believe. It'll be interesting to see what happens next, whether he takes a local domestic fight or goes after a world title overseas.
Well, there's options in both. Plenty of options in both. Shady once again, just looking a bit uncomfortable with Ty when Ty starts to get in close and wraps him up.
Yeah, Ty standing nice and low in that crouch, you know, boring in with his head. If his punches miss, his head will generally catch us. There's a clash of heads there. Good left rip from Shadey Souied. Right hand just glances off Gilchrist's head. Leads with the left rip, follows it up with a good one too. That's better from Souied. That's what we want to see. Using that athleticism, using the hand speed.
Seems to be a little bit of swelling there under the left eye of Ty Gilchrist.
Yeah, not sure if it was a headbutt or a punch, but it is definitely a nous developing. The corner, Bryce Birtwistle will have a little bit of work to do in between rounds to get the swelling down there. Souied just starting to push Ty back as he misses with a wild right hand.
Yeah, looking very sharp tonight, Shady. As you said, he was preparing for that 8-round fight against Sean Thomas. Sean Thomas, unfortunately, had to pull out due to injury.
As they tie up again in the neutral corner. Yeah, and look, I was looking forward to that fight. You know, Sean Thomas coming off that unbelievable fight a couple of months ago here at the Pavilion. Maybe he hadn't recovered properly yet, as they both missed with wild exchanges, but a good left rip there from Souied. Good left hook there from Souied. Now he's starting to get on top as he pushes Gilchrist back to his own corner. Gilchrist tying up again. He's starting to look a little bit uncomfortable out there, Stevie.
Yeah, Shady just putting his punches together absolutely beautifully there. There's just left hook, left rip, straight right, all landing.
Another good body shot there from Souied. And this is what we like to see. Aggressive, hard punching, combination punching. He's got the speed, he's got the attributes to do it and to get away with it. Zip in, zip out, not get caught on the way out.
And I just don't think Ty is enough in the tank to upset Shady. You know, anytime he tries to get in close and smother Shady, Shady's got that sharp right hand over the top, just like that.
Oh,
that's
good shot there from Souied, and that's hurt Gilchrist as he ties Souied up again. And a good finish to the second round there from Shadey Souied.
And this will be a big scalp for Shady if he can manage to stop Ty Gilchrist here. Ty's a tough man, has been around the block.
Yeah, definitely. Look, he's been in there with some of the country's better fighters. He hasn't come out with a win all the time, but he's tough, he's durable, he's been around, and he's a proud man. So if he can stop him and look impressive, it'd be a little bit of a feather in the cap for Shady. But that was a much better round from Souied, and I hope to see him come out again in the third round, nice and aggressive, Stevie, really pushing Gilchrist around, setting him up, you know. Changing the levels, working the body, coming back upstairs and finishing over the top. Let's see what he has to offer. Round 3 of the sixth fight of the evening.
Round 3.
Coming out with a bit of purpose here, Shadey Souied.
Yeah, meeting Gilchrist at centre ring, he's ready to go. Good sharp jab. Then you just see how effortlessly he pumps out his punches. He pushes off that back foot and puts a little bit of snap in that jab. It's really beautiful once someone knows how to establish their jab. Good counter left hook. Gilchrist lands a body shot. Warned for rabbit punching.
World champ Mr. Ellis, supporting his family, filling your champ. IBF, super featherweight champ.
Shady just waiting, trying to coax Gilchrist into making a mistake so he can counter punch. But he needs to set the pace a little bit more. There he just come back with one punch. That's too comfortable for him.
Yeah, I agree, Sam. He really needs to step up and sort of make a statement here tonight.
Yeah, it's okay to try and counter punch, but you've got to draw the lead by throwing something yourself first. A little bit of a slip there from Souied. They tie up in Souied's corner once more.
Just took a big look into the corner there. He's obviously getting some further instructions from Christian Enor. What were you thinking Christian would be saying to him there, Sammy?
Look, I think he'd be saying, stay calm, you're comfortable, this is a good fight for us. But I'd imagine he'd be saying, step the work rate up, start with longer, straighter punches, then let the big shots go. You know? Push Gilchrist back to where you want him, just like he did then let your athleticism, then let your hand speed show. He's evading at will. He's seeing Gilchrist punches very, very easily, but he's not coming back with enough, or he's not throwing anything beforehand.
And that's just what I was about to say. Yes, evasive and very sharp in that half step back, but very rarely does he come back with a straight right or a left hook. Like, there's the step. Where's the return?
Exactly right. And even if that combination didn't exactly land from Gilchrist, but it looks good to the judges. Oh, Gilchrist complains.
Oh, that's a big shot.
Claiming Souied didn't punch on the break there, didn't step back when required. That was a good body shot and another good right hand from Souied. That seems to have spurred Gilchrist on a little bit here, Stevie. Back on the front foot, hunting Souied again.
He's just a tough man, Ty Gilchrist.
Yeah, misses with the wild right hand there, then picks Souied up.
I wouldn't say the man took a backward step in his life.
No, exactly right. You can hear from the corner, be first, Shady, be first, as he pumps out a good jab there. I'd like to see him throw more of that, double that jab, or a second attack, jab out, jab. You know, just keep that work rate up as Gilchrist bullies him back into his own corner.
And you know what, this is just, and this is where we always had the downfall with Shadey Souied. It's not like he doesn't have the tools, it's not like he doesn't have the sharpness, the fitness, it's all there, because he shows us, but only in bursts. It's very sporadic. And he just seems to switch off a small bit.
Yeah, and that's indicative on his record, Stevie. I don't think his actual record justifies his ability and his potential, you know. And that could be maybe a complacency thing, that he's happy to box on the back foot, probably a little bit too much for the judges' liking. But, you know, I think I haven't seen him box at 100% yet, and I would love to, because he's one of the sharper fighters I've seen. He's got the footwork, he's got the hand speed. Got every punch in the book, he's fit, a great corner behind him. Honestly, I think he's doing himself a little bit of an injustice. You know, I don't think we've seen the best Shady yet, and we haven't here tonight, even though he's winning comfortably.
I totally agree with you there, Sam. And you know what, I honestly remember us having nearly enough the exact same conversation in the last Shady fight. You know, he was in the exact same position. He was winning the fight. He was picking, and he was scoring some lovely bursts, but then switch off. He'd let himself get mauled, he'd let him sort of self get ruffled up and get walked back.
Exactly right.
And in the end, he ended up getting a point deducted himself for holding, you know?
Exactly. And you can't always let the judges have the final say. You've got to take it out of their hands. Whether you win by knockout or not is irrelevant, but you've got to be dominant, you've got to look brilliant out there and really make it a one-way street. You know, he's at that level now where he's fighting the better guys regularly. He's got to take that step up and really show how good he can be. Ty Gilchrist boring him back again. Nothing really effective here from Gilchrist, but he's pushing Souied around.
Look, he's given Souied enough to think about.
Yeah, definitely. Shade by far the sharper of the two as he lands a good right hand there. Left hook, followed up by the right hand and back on the jab. Another good body shot from Souied. And that's better. That's what we need over 4 rounds, 6 rounds, 8 rounds from Shady. That constant rhythm as he catches Gilchrist's right hand. They tie up again in centre ring. Gilchrist trying to work out.
And the problem is, right, so Gilchrist is coming in close and roughing Shady up, and Shady just leans. So it looks like Shady's the one that's doing all the holding.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
right.
that's the only thing that sort of makes him look bad. You know, he just needs to sort of either start walking Ty Gilchrist back, or just even a half a step shove and then go to work. Yeah. Create the space, create your own space.
Exactly, and he's hurt Ty a couple of times tonight without having really let his hands go. Another good right hand lands there, just as we said it. And another good right hand there, chopping right hand over the top.
And that's better, half a step back, create your space and let the shots go.
He's got some of the best footwork I've seen, Stevie. Some of the best footwork going round. But he's got to be more effective with it and come back a little bit quicker. There we go. That's the beautiful jab that we're looking from Shady. You know, an unbelievable jab, and it's effortless. He pops it out. It's almost that perfect jab that, you know, the jab that you can't defend against. The final 30 seconds. Let's see if he starts to step it up now. Good combination there. Just falls short with the left hook. Gilchrist chasing him, lands a good right hand.
Good right
clinch
hand
again.
Ty Gilchrist. Shady just seems to switch off as he goes to the ropes. Look, solid display where we expected Shady to stop Ty. Maybe, but you know, not many people do stop Ty Gilchrist.
Oh, good left hook there. No, exactly right as we count down the final 10 seconds of this round. Gilchrist misses again, but he's still on the front foot, still stalking Shady. And a good right hand to finish the bell.
Let's hear it.
And you know, he looks sharp there. He looks steady. You know, if I'm in the Shadey Souied corner, you gotta be happy with that performance. Ty is tough.
No, look, a fight's better than missing out, so you've got to be appreciative that Ty took the fight on such short notice. And you'd be happy, you know, you're training for 8, you only got 4, that's always disruptive. You don't know how that affects a fighter's mindset. But yeah, I still think we're yet to see the best of Shadey Souied, and I know I'm hanging for it. I'd love to see the best of Shady. You know, I think there's a lot more for him to show us, and hopefully in his next couple of fights, whether that's Sean Thomas eventually or someone else for a Victorian title or an Australian title, I'd love to see it, because I think he's an impressive young fighter. He's tough, he's experienced, and good to watch. Good to watch.
It's good to watch. And you know, like I said, when he lets his hands go, when he does that half step back, right uppercut, left hook, when he lets them shots go, he looks as good as anyone you'll see doing the circuit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He
Exactly.
looks as good as you see. And you know, he weighed in for this fight at 63.9, which means that, you know, fight the winner of Andy Wallace Cam Eyes could be on the cards. That's probably something he's looking at.
Possibly. As we go up to Howard Lee, the icon of Australian boxing, with the official scores.
Let's hear from both boys, Shadey Souied and Ty Gilchrist. Chris Henderson Sr. had it, Souied 39-37. Bartolos Scarafiti had it 40-36. Andrew Campbell 39-37. Unanimous points winner, red corner, Shadey Souied.
Unanimous winner there, Shadey Souied, as we expected. A little bit closer on the scorecards, but still a good strong win. See you, brother. Yeah, another good win to Shadey Souied there. And a good tough showing from Ty Gilchrist. All credit to him. See you, mate. Take care.